Shane Neal.
Hello, this is Clint Neal.
We're with the Neal team with Keller Williams Realty here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas, and wanted to shoot this video centered around the topic of how do you calculate numbers for a rental property that you might be a new investor looking at acquiring a rental property for cash flow, or a potential investor just looking to add to your portfolio. And some real things we're going to discuss are calculating expenses and what that looks like, and things you should be thinking about while going into potentially purchasing a property. And like everyone knows, rentals are a great way to build wealth, a good way to earn passive income, but you just got to be careful with it when you look at the property you're analyzing, taking into a lot of things to account. And there's various things that play into that that we're going to kind of cover, just something to be thinking about. And of course, we can help in any of this analyzing that you might need, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, kind of the first point, I know the big one that we hear all the time is, what do you think I could rent this home for? Like, that is something that an agent, in my opinion, yes, you could probably get a pretty good value going on your Zillows and looking, but to really consult your agent, and we'd be happy to help with this too, of just finding what an estimated rental income or rental rate would be, but then also kind of days on market. How long does it take to rent in that neighborhood is something you really want to consider. Other things, expenses. This is a big one. Really thinking through the different expenses associated. Obviously, the number one mostly is going to be a mortgage payment. You want to look at that, base it on what the rental rate is, get that amount. Other expenses to consider: is it in an HOA? Do you have reserves as far as different items set aside that could go wrong during the process of someone renting the property? When you have a tenant, like getting the reserves amount, the HOA, the taxes, all of these different things.
Even vacancy too is a really big one.
Vacancy is a big one. That is probably one of the ones that a lot of people really don't think about. You kind of think, all right, I'm going to put it on the market, it's going to rent tomorrow, and there'll be no lag time. So having a couple months set aside of reserves for that and planning for that makes your life a lot easier, and you sleep better at night because knowing you got that money there. But these are a lot of things that you want to consider when looking at a rental property. Consulting us, we have a lot of awesome tools that we can provide and really make sure you're making a very sound investment, because there is some properties you may look at and you say, oh, these numbers look great, but when you really break it down and the cost to have it and to maintain it, it's just not worth it. And you want to run the other way, because it really gets into a negative cash flow position, and then you're gonna have to end up selling it and losing more, in my opinion.
Yeah, but as Clint said, we are here as advisors to help you along that process. We also have a partnership with True Asset Management on the property management side. If you need any assistance, we work a lot hand in hand on that aspect of it. And y'all got properties you want us to take a look at, we have no problem doing that and really giving you our expertise on that. And lastly, just thank y'all for watching this video. If y'all need anything, reach out to us directly on the information below, and hope you'll have a great rest of the day.
Thanks for tuning in.